Avoid these three veggies to protect your joints. Eat these instead for more energy, science-backed. Have you ever stood up from your chair and your legs hesitated before you did? Not from pain, not from age, but from something quieter, something deeper. Maybe your balance isn't what it used to be. Maybe your thoughts feel foggy, even though you're eating right. And maybe what you've trusted as healthy food your whole life is quietly working against you after 60. That's not fear, that's fact. In today's video, I'll walk you through three vegetables you should stop eating after 60 and three you should start embracing. Not based on hype, but on quiet science. Because the food you eat can either fuel your independence or slowly take it away. I'm Dr. James Rowan, and this channel is here for one reason: to help you age with strength, clarity, and calm. So if you care about walking steadier, thinking clearer, and feeling more like you again, please tap that subscribe button and stay with me. Your next step starts here. Part 1. The potato problem, when comfort becomes a culprit. Let's begin with something that feels safe, familiar, something warm, nostalgic, and always welcome at the dinner table: the white potato. Mashed, baked, or fried potatoes are the definition of comfort food. But here's the uncomfortable truth after age 60, that comfort may come at a cost. And the cost isn't just about calories. White potatoes have a high glycemic index, which means they turn into sugar very quickly in the body. For younger people, that spike can be managed. But for seniors, it often leads to inflammation, blood sugar crashes, and microvascular damage, the kind that harms the smallest blood vessels in your legs, feet, and brain. A 2019 study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who regularly consumed high GI vegetables like white potatoes were 32% more likely to report issues with balance, foot numbness, and lower limb pain. It's subtle, slow, but very real. I remember one patient, Mr. Harold Thomas, 72, retired trucker. Still sharp, still independent, but he kept waking up with cold feet and knees that didn't want to bend. He told me, "Doc, I feel like I'm sinking into my own shoes." And he was eating mashed potatoes 4 nights a week. When we made one simple change, swapping mashed potatoes for steamed broccoli and carrots, he said, "The stairs don't scare me anymore." That's not just food, that's freedom returning. And this goes beyond potatoes. Many healthy vegetables can become difficult for aging bodies to process. Some irritate the joints, some slow down nerve function, others, like we'll see next, can subtly interfere with digestion and cause systemic inflammation, especially in people over 60. But don't worry, this isn't about cutting everything out. It's about becoming aware, choosing better, and feeling better. So before we move on, ask yourself, is your comfort food silently stealing your balance? In the next section, we'll talk about a vegetable that looks innocent, but may be inflaming your joints and worsening nerve signals, especially if you suffer from stiffness or tingling in the legs. Part 2, Eggplant, the beautiful enemy. In the last section, we uncovered how a comfort food like potatoes can quietly damage circulation and brain clarity over time. Now, let's talk about another vegetable one that looks healthy, even elegant, but can be far more disruptive than it seems. Eggplant, grilled, baked, roasted. It's a staple in Mediterranean dishes and often praised for its fiber and antioxidants. But hidden beneath that glossy skin is a naturally occurring chemical called solanine, which belongs to the nightshade family. And that's where the problem begins, especially for seniors. Solanine is a natural defense toxin that helps plants protect themselves from pests. But in the human body, especially in aging adults, it can trigger a low-grade inflammatory response, particularly in joints, muscles, and nerve endings. A 2020 study published in Frontiers in Immunology found that solanine can increase inflammation markers like TNF-alpha and IL-6, especially in people with existing arthritis or chronic pain conditions. In simpler terms, if you already feel stiff or sore in the morning, eggplant might be adding fuel to that fire. Many of my older patients never suspected eggplant, It's not greasy, it's not sugary, but over time, they noticed patterns. More joint stiffness after eating grilled eggplant, increased leg heaviness or difficulty with stairs, and subtle nerve symptoms, tingling, poor coordination, even hesitation when walking. These symptoms often get blamed on getting old, but sometimes they're just our body reacting to what we eat. One patient, Miriam, 68, had been eating roasted eggplant weekly with dinner. She had persistent stiffness in her hips and lower back. After removing eggplant for just 3 weeks, she said, "I don't feel like I'm fighting my body every morning anymore." Now, this doesn't mean all nightshades are off limits, but if you notice stiff joints, tingling legs, or early signs of neuropathy, it may be worth pausing eggplant for a few weeks to observe your body's response. There are plenty of anti-inflammatory substitutes: zucchini, cauliflower, bok choy, even carrots. You won't be deprived, you'll be empowered. And here's the bigger truth. What we eat in our 60s affects how confident we feel in motion, not just how full we feel after a meal. In the next section, we'll explore another nightshade, green bell peppers, which may be causing trouble not through inflammation, but by disrupting how your gut absorbs nutrients and sends signals to the rest of your body. Part 3, green bell peppers, gut trouble in disguise. We've just uncovered how eggplant, though beautiful and popular, can silently stir inflammation in joints and nerves. But inflammation isn't the only silent threat to aging bodies. Sometimes, the danger lies in your digestion. Enter green bell peppers. They're crunchy, colorful, and often tossed generously into stir-fries, salads, and wraps. But for many seniors, green bell peppers may be disrupting more than just the flavor of their meals. They may be disrupting the gut. You see, green bell peppers contain lectins, a type of plant protein that helps protect the vegetable from pests. But in the human gut, especially an aging, slower, more fragile gut, lectins can bind to the lining of the intestines and interfere with nutrient absorption. In a 2021 review from Nutrients Journal, researchers noted that lectins may contribute to leaky gut syndrome, low-grade inflammation, and reduced digestive efficiency, particularly in people over 60, where gut lining repair naturally slows. And the consequences: less nutrient absorption, more bloating and indigestion, a weakened immune response, and a slow but dangerous decline in nerve health and balance. Because here's what many forget: the gut and the brain are connected, a concept known as the gut-brain axis. If your gut is inflamed or inefficient, the brain gets fewer signals and fewer nutrients. Over time, this can result in brain fog, hesitation in movement, poorer reflexes, and an increased risk of falls. One of my patients, Judith, 74 years old and vibrant, used to snack on raw green peppers almost every afternoon, but she struggled with foggy thinking and occasional dizziness, even though her diet looked healthy. Once we removed green bell peppers for a month, the difference was striking. Her digestion improved, but more importantly, her mental clarity returned. She told me, "It's like someone turned the lights back on." Does this mean you must avoid green bell peppers forever? Not necessarily, but if you're noticing mental fog, digestive discomfort, or balance issues, try skipping them for 2 to 3 weeks and notice how you feel. Better yet, swap them with red, orange, or yellow bell peppers instead. These are fully ripened, lower in lectins, and higher in antioxidants like vitamin C and beta-carotene compounds that protect your nerves and strengthen your immune system. Food isn't just fuel, it's communication. The wrong vegetables may be sending the wrong messages to your body. The right ones, as we'll see next, can bring energy back into your legs, brightness to your mind, and strength to your steps. In the next section, we'll shift from what to avoid to what to embrace, beginning with an orange vegetable that's likely already in your fridge, but vastly underestimated. Part 4, carrots, bright roots for a stronger you. We've talked about what to remove. Now, let's begin talking about what to add. Because food isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about actively building health. Let's start with something humble but powerful: carrots. Yes, the orange sticks you've been eating since childhood. They're far more than just crunchy snacks or sides for dinner plates. For people over 60, carrots may be one of the most underrated tools for sharper thinking, stronger walking, and clearer seeing. Why carrots are rich in beta-carotene, a pigment the body converts into vitamin A, which supports eye health, immune defense, and nerve function. A large-scale study published in Archives of Ophthalmology followed over 50,000 adults over 10 years and found that a diet high in beta-carotene reduced the risk of age-related macular degeneration (AMD) by up to 40%. This is critical because AMD is one of the leading causes of vision loss in seniors, making reading, recognizing faces, and driving more difficult. But carrots don't stop at vision. They also contain antioxidants that protect tiny nerve endings in your feet and capillaries in your legs from oxidative stress, the very thing that leads to slow reflexes, stumbling, and balance problems. In fact, in the Journal of Nutrition published a study in 2017 showing that seniors with higher antioxidant intake, including from beta-carotene, had 28% better motor coordination and 35% lower fall rates compared to those with lower levels. One of my patients, Barbara, 70, had stopped going on neighborhood walks because of fear of tripping. She wasn't weak, just unsure of her step. We added a handful of raw or steamed carrots daily. After 6 weeks, she said, "I feel more grounded. My legs listen to me now." It's not magic, it's nutrients doing their job. And carrots are accessible. They're cheap, available year-round, and easy to prepare, whether raw, lightly steamed, or roasted with olive oil. Here's a pro tip: combine carrots with a little healthy fat like olive oil or avocado to help absorb vitamin A more effectively. Because nutrition is not just about what you eat, but how well your body can use it. Let's not forget, aging gracefully means preserving mobility and independence. A simple carrot a day might not change everything, but it might change how steady you feel walking to the mailbox. Next up, we'll talk about another green powerhouse: broccoli, that not only strengthens your legs, but also helps protect your heart and memory. Part 5. Broccoli, the green shield for your heart and mind. Carrots may sharpen your vision and keep your steps steady, but now let's meet a vegetable that goes one step deeper into your blood vessels and brain cells. That vegetable is broccoli. It's not flashy. It doesn't carry the superfood trend like kale or acai. But in the world of healthy aging, broccoli is a quiet champion, protecting your circulation, memory, and muscle coordination at the same time. So, what makes broccoli so powerful? One key is a compound called sulforaphane, found in cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts. Sulforaphane activates natural detoxification enzymes, reduces inflammation, and improves vascular health, especially in aging blood vessels. A 2018 study in the Journal of Gerontology found that seniors who consumed more cruciferous vegetables had better blood flow to the brain, lower blood pressure, and reduced risk of cognitive decline by 26% compared to those who ate less. That's huge. Because after 60, it's not just your legs that slow down, it's your blood. And when blood slows, oxygen delivery drops, impacting everything from your memory to your reflexes. Broccoli is also rich in vitamin K, calcium, and fiber, which help maintain strong bones, prevent arterial stiffness, support digestive balance. My patient Richard, 75, had been experiencing brain fog and frequent fatigue. He joked, "I feel like I'm buffering all the time." We swapped his starchy side dishes for lightly steamed broccoli 3 nights a week. In 2 months, he reported better energy, more stable knees, and clearer thinking. His words: "It's like someone took the pressure off inside my head." And cooking matters. To keep broccoli's nutrients intact, avoid overboiling. Instead, steam gently or saute lightly in olive oil. The key takeaway: broccoli is not just a vegetable, it's a vascular tune-up. It gently cleans your blood flow, cushions your joints, and brightens your mind. And while broccoli helps your vessels carry more oxygen, our next vegetable helps your body use it more efficiently, especially in your legs, brain, and heart. Up next, spinach, the leafy green that's not just good, but remarkably strategic for seniors who want to move sharper, think faster, and live longer. Part 6, spinach, the smart leaf that powers movement and mind. If broccoli opens your blood vessels and improves oxygen flow, spinach makes sure your body uses that oxygen well, especially in your brain, legs, and heart. Spinach is more than just a salad green. It's one of the most strategic vegetables for seniors, offering benefits that touch nearly every system that weakens with age. So, what makes spinach so remarkable? First, it's packed with natural nitrates compounds that help widen blood vessels and improve circulation efficiency, particularly to the lower limbs and brain. A 2015 clinical trial published in Hypertension Research found that older adults who consumed nitrate-rich vegetables like spinach showed improved walking speed, better blood pressure regulation, and enhanced brain blood flow within just 10 days. That's not just short-term benefit. It's movement regained, independence extended. Secondly, spinach contains two powerful antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin, which help protect the retina and preserve sharp central vision. This is essential, as loss of vision is a key factor behind falls and loss of mobility after 65. Third, spinach delivers magnesium, folate, and vitamin K nutrients that support nerve transmission, bone density, and emotional balance. One of my clients, Teresa, 67, was active but started noticing leg stiffness and slower reaction times. She told me, "I feel like my legs get the signal, but too late." We added spinach smoothies and sautéed spinach into her weekly routine. After 1 month, she said, "I'm quicker, more alive. My legs respond without lag, and the preparation is simple. Avoid overcooking. Light sautéing in olive oil helps retain the antioxidants and supports vitamin absorption." Another tip, spinach pairs well with vitamin C-rich foods like red bell peppers or lemon juice, enhancing iron absorption and boosting its effect on circulation. Spinach doesn't just help you move. It helps you move with purpose, with confidence, and with clarity. And when you combine it with the other two vegetables we've explored, carrots and broccoli, you create a simple but powerful trio. Each one targets a unique system. Carrots support nerves and vision. Broccoli protects circulation and cognition. Spinach strengthens reflexes, movement, and mood. In the next section, we'll reflect on how these three vegetables together can change the way you age, not through extreme diets or expensive supplements, but with everyday wisdom and consistent choices. Part 7, the trio that transforms aging: carrots, broccoli, and spinach. We've explored them one by one: carrots for nerves and vision, broccoli for blood flow and memory, and spinach for movement and reflexes. But when combined, these three vegetables become something more than healthy choices. They become a nutritional strategy for aging gracefully, powerfully, and independently. This trio targets the most vulnerable systems in seniors: neurological clarity carrots, vascular health broccoli, motor coordination spinach. And these systems are not separate. They work together, like gears in a clock. If one slows down, the others do too. In 2020, a cohort study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 3,000 seniors for 5 years. It found that individuals who regularly consumed at least 3 servings of high antioxidant vegetables per day had a 39% lower risk of falls, a 31% lower risk of cognitive decline, and reported greater mobility overall. That's not a supplement. That's not a prescription. That's just food used wisely, consistently, and with intention. Let's reflect for a moment. Carrots bring vision into focus. You walk with confidence when you can see clearly. You connect with others when you recognize their faces. Broccoli carries oxygen through your body. You think better, breathe easier, and stand stronger. Blood flow is not just physical, it's mental power too. Spinach sharpens reflexes and smooths motion. The delay between thought and movement shortens. You move with precision, not hesitation, and together, these three form a foundation. One that's not extreme, not expensive, not complicated. It's a quiet revolution that happens in the kitchen, not in a clinic. This is the beauty of simple, science-backed eating. Every meal becomes a message. You're telling your body, I choose to stay strong. I choose to remain sharp. I choose life. Of course, this isn't all there is. We've covered three powerful vegetables, but in the final section, we'll explore the broader philosophy behind aging well. Not just what you eat, but how you live, think, and choose daily habits that nourish your spirit as much as your body. Let's go deeper. Aging doesn't begin in your legs or your memory. It begins with what you feed your body and what you believe is still possible. Carrots, broccoli, spinach. They're not magic, but they are messages. Messages that tell your body I care. I choose strength. I still have things to do, people to love, and places to go. You don't need a radical diet. You don't need to chase expensive trends or take a dozen pills. You need clarity and consistency. The way you eat is the way you live. Steady, gentle, purposeful. Every vegetable, every meal is a vote. A vote for your mobility. A vote for your independence. A vote for your presence in this world awake, aware, and alive. So if this video spoke to you, even just a little, if something clicked deep inside, leave a comment below. Tell me what you're changing or what you're already doing right, and please subscribe to this channel so we can continue walking this path together. You are not fragile. You are not fading. You are simply evolving, and this next chapter can be your strongest yet. Let's write it together, with wisdom, with kindness, and with food that truly nourishes.